The Sonya Massey murder case just took a shocking twist that no one saw coming. A neighbor, who's staying anonymous for safety reasons, has stepped forward with some serious claims. According to her, Officer Sean Grayson, the man accused of killing Sonya, was spotted at Sonya's home just 2 days before she was found dead. The neighbor even suggested there might have been something more than just a casual connection between them. She also hinted that Grayson had a strange past and wasn't your typical cop. Whatever she meant by that, it definitely raises more questions than answers.
New details are emerging about the disgraced deputy who is charged in the murder of Sonya Massey, which has sparked outrage across the USA. Audio has surfaced of 30-year-old Deputy Sean Grayson being verbally reprimanded by his supervisor when he worked for another Illinois County Sheriff's Department.
Sean Grayson doesn't exactly have a clean record. Since 2020, he's been fired from 6 different police departments. People once praised him for being honest, but that image quickly crumbled. Turns out he was dishonest and showed no respect.
Others will say you have no integrity and you're lying. I'm calling you on your integrity. How does that make you feel?
I'm learning from it. I don't get angry.
If we can't trust what you say and what you see, we can't have you in our uniform. 7 months on, how are you still employed by us?
I don't know.
This situation is getting more disturbing by the minute. Some people are saying Sean Grayson can't be trusted, and they're questioning his honesty. One person even told him straight up, "We can't count on your word or what you claim to see, so how can we let you wear our badge?" After only 7 months on the job, his bosses were shocked he was still employed. Grayson was even kicked out of the Army, which only adds to his shady past. He's far from the image of a trustworthy officer. Things got even more suspicious when a neighbor said she saw him at Sonya Massey's house just 2 days before she was murdered. According to her, he was yelling at Sonya right at her front door. What happened between them? Was it just a fight? Or was something darker going on? This story is far from over, and the more we learn, the more chilling it becomes. Stay tuned for the full story.
It was an incident that happened earlier that day, and I talked to 2 officers or whatever, and I believe that it's the same officer that shot my mother.
All right, y'all. This story just got even messier, so get comfortable because the details are wild. New information has come out about the Sonya Massey case, and it's raising serious questions. The officer involved, Sean Grayson, reportedly had contact with Sonya just hours before her tragic death. Even more shocking, he already knew she was struggling with mental health challenges. This bombshell came directly from Sonya's son, Malachi. People are starting to believe Grayson showed up at her home that night with bad intentions. Sonya's father, James Wilburn, had already shared his suspicions, saying her death didn't seem accidental. In fact, her family didn't even know. She was shot by a cop until the body cam footage started circulating online. And here's where it really gets alarming. Grayson has a long, troubling history. He's been convicted of DUIs, kicked out of the military, and bounced between 6 different police departments in just 4 years. It wasn't until Sonya's life was taken that anyone stepped in to take real action. This case is far from over.
First night I don't go to my mother's house, this happens. How? Why? And I wonder if I was there, if he would have did anything to me. I don't know.
There's a lot going on here, so let's take a moment to really break it down. This situation isn't just one random incident. It's a clear example of the kind of mistreatment that Black people still face just for existing. A few days ago, a deeply disturbing body cam video started making the rounds online. It shows a police officer using deadly force on a Black woman who clearly needed help, not harm. The officer was identified as Sean Grayson, and the woman he killed was Sonya Massey. Sonya suffered from paranoid schizophrenia and was in the middle of a mental health crisis. She believed someone was trying to break into her home, so she did. What most people would, she called 911 for help, but things went terribly wrong. When the police arrived, they didn't come with compassion. Instead, they moved through the house with flashlights, already acting suspicious. It felt like they had made up their minds about Sonya before even speaking to her. Maybe because of the way her house looked or the area she lived in. 2 minutes in, they finally knocked on her door. Sonya didn't answer right away. She was scared, confused, and trying to get dressed. Moments later, she was dead on her kitchen floor.
Oh. That's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard, we walked around the whole block, we didn't see anybody. We don't.
After asking Sonya a bunch of questions, the officers followed her into the house and began requesting things like her medical records, ID, and other documents. While she was trying to find everything they asked for, Officer Sean noticed a pot of boiling water on the stove. He told her to go turn it off because he didn't want a fire starting. Sonya, already frightened and unsure of what was happening, listened without hesitation. She walked to the kitchen to do what he said, but as soon as she moved, Sean's attitude changed. He suddenly shouted, "Where are you going?" Like he hadn't just told her to handle the stove. It didn't make any sense. He acted like she was making a suspicious move, even though she was only following his directions. It felt like he was looking for a reason to escalate the situation. Sonya, caught off guard by his reaction, tried to lighten the mood and said, "Away from the hot, steaming water. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." It was clear she was nervous and trying to de-escalate, but things only got worse from there.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
Right.
Huh? Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from the hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I was rebuking you in the name of...
But after Sonya said that, the officer got even more aggressive. He started yelling and threatened her, saying, "You better not. I swear I'll shoot you right in your face." Sonya instantly began apologizing, repeating, I'm sorry, trying to calm him down. But before she could even finish her sentence, he did the unthinkable. He shot her directly in the face, just below her eye. The bullet went through her head and came out near the back of her neck, just beneath her ear.
Bring EMS now, we got a head into the female. Head into female, 1078.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, head she's done. You can go get it, but that's head.
Sonya was somehow still breathing after being shot. When the other officer tried to call for medical help, Sean stopped him and said not to waste time. He coldly said it was a headshot and she wouldn't make it anyway.
Dude, I'm not taking boiling water in his head. And look, it came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
Then he tried to defend what he did by saying he fired because he thought Sonya was about to throw boiling water on him. He said, "What else was I supposed to do? I'm not letting hot water hit my face."
It's better not, that's where I'll shoot your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the pot! Drop the pot!
When you watch the body cam footage, it's clear that Sonya wasn't planning to throw anything at the officers. The only reason she went to the kitchen was because Sean told her to turn off the boiling water. So why would she suddenly decide to throw hot water at the cops she called for help? It doesn't make any sense. Once the paramedics arrived, one officer asked what happened, and Sean lied again, saying that Sonya had tried to throw a pot of hot water at him. Now, Sean is facing 3 charges of first-degree murder and is being held without bond until his trial. Even President Biden spoke out, condemning Sean's actions and demanding justice. Sonya's death serves as a painful reminder of how Black Americans often face unique fears for their safety in ways that others may never understand. The swift